In questions 10 to 13, it asks you to find the value of x in each triangle. Well, notice that x in problem number 10 is that outside angle of the triangle. In order to find that outside angle of the triangle, I actually am going to have to use what I know about a linear pair. And I'm also going to have to know how many degrees are in the triangle. Because what I am going to do is I'm going to find this angle that I just marked with a question mark. Okay, I'm going to find, it doesn't really look like a question mark, but it is. I'm going to find this angle of the question mark, and I'm going to do that by setting up the equation like I did from problems numbers 1 to 9. So I'm going to add up the inside angles of the triangle, so 72 plus 37 plus, now I'm just going to label this y so that I have a variable there, and that's going to equal 180. Now let's combine like terms so that we can find y, and once we have y, we'll be able to use it to find x. So 72 plus 37 is 109. Drop down the plus y, drop down the equals 180. Okay, subtract 109 on both sides, and I get that y equals 180 minus 109, which is 71, which means that third angle of the triangle is 71. Now I can utilize that because I know that when two angles come together to form a line, that angle relationship is called linear pair, and linear pairs are supplementary. So if I know that this angle is 71, then 71 plus x needs to equal 180 because that's what supplementary means. Now I'm going to write it up here in this blank space. So I know that because those angles are a linear pair, then I can add them together, so 71 plus x, and they equal 180 because linear pairs are supplementary. Then I could just solve this equation by subtracting 71 on both sides, and I get x equals 180 minus 71, which gives me 109. Now 109 is your final answer because you were asked to find x. Y was just part of the problem and part of the work that we needed in order to find x. Let's look at number 11. Number 11, we need to find x, but notice this time x is inside the triangle. Well, we're still going to use the same skills, and we're going to use our problem-solving skills to accomplish this problem. Now, I cannot do anything with the inside of the triangle because in order to, I need 3 degree measures, and I only have 2. However, I have an outside degree measure that will allow me to use it to find the angle of the question mark that I just made, okay? Because I know that those angles are a linear pair. So the first thing you actually are going to have to do is to find the question mark and then use the fact that a triangle has 180 degrees in it. So let the question mark equal my variable y. And we're going to say that because this is a linear pair, y plus 66 equals 180. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is because a linear pair is supplementary. Now let's solve that equation by subtracting 66 on both sides. Y 180 minus 66 gives me 114. And so y is equal to 114 degrees. But I don't need to find y, I actually need to find x. So I'm going to use the fact that a triangle has 180 degrees. I'm going to create another equation to where I add each angle up. So I'm going to take x plus 33 plus 114 and only add up the angles that are inside the triangle because that's what is equal to 180. From here, you just use your solving skills. Combine like terms, so 33 plus 114 is 147, so x plus 147 equals 180. And then subtract 147 from both sides, and 180 minus 147 is 33. X is equal to 33. But remember, your goal was to find X, and so X is your final answer. For number 12, and for number 12, 12 is going to be very similar to the one that we did first. So you first have to find the degree measures inside the triangle and then use the relationship of a linear pair. Whereas number 13, you're going to find, same thing, the angle inside the triangle and then use the linear pair.